Hey guys, it's Gamer Bro coming at you with another Reaper of Souls build. Today I'm going to be going over the Bombardment Crusader. This is a holy build slash Bombardment Crusader build. I have a lot of holy damage on my gear, so using as many holy abilities as I can. Um, so I'm not going to try to make this a long video, so I'm going to jump right into my gear that I have. I'm rocking the two-handed flail, the Mortal Drama, with the secondary stat that doubles our bombardment impacts. This is crucial if you're wanting to run a bombardment build. It does pretty much double the damage for using the skill. Also want to get that high crit damage gem. That's the highest you can get is 130. So because as a Crusader, we don't dual wield or anything, so as much crit damage as we can get on all of our gear is what we're aiming for. For the shield, I'm rocking the Hallowed Barricade, something I crafted. It gave me holy damage, so that's definitely a bonus. I got pretty decent rolls on it. Haven't had to re-roll anything. Boots, just rocking the boy anglers or whatever. Just something I found. Pox falls for the pants. It's alright. With the build that we're running, we don't get really close to enemies if we don't have to, so we don't really use that secondary stat too often, but when it does happen, it helps out. For the belt, we're using the Hellcat Waistguard. Really like this belt because of the increased damage versus elites. That stacks very well with our ring that we have, Stone of Jordan. We're getting 28% increased damage versus elites, so that's really helping out. I have this ring. I've rolled 9 times for crit chance, but once I get crit chance on it, I'm going to be rocking that. But until now, I'm just rocking, the trifecta ring. Then we have Reaper wraps with holy damage on it. Really love these wraps. You get the plan from Malthael every time you kill him now, if you don't have it. So if you want, to craft these, go ahead and go over there and kill Malthael. For the chest piece, Armor of the Kind, Regent, whatever. Really love this chest piece for the build that I wanted to run, because now it boosts might, which is, you'll see here in a second, is very helpful. Vile Ward, that's just what I've found and the best that I've found so far. So rocking that, and then Broken Crown with the socket in it to get 21% life, which is a huge boost to our toughness. Then the gloves, nothing special, just trifecta. So, but that is the gear that I have. Again, like a lot of holy damage. So we got 17%, 17%. I think that's it, but yes, that's 34% increased holy damage. Now for the build, we're going with Smite. They changed Smite. It used to be that it was only 15 yards, but they changed it overall to where it's just 30 yards for everything. It's based at 30 yards now. So, and then we're going with Shatter. That's going to deal 60% weapon damage to any enemy within 3 yards of our target. So, we come up on them groups, and it's just going to do a lot of burst damage to them. Shield Glare with the Divine Verdict rune. It's going to make any enemy blinded, take 20% increased damage, and when you pair that with all of our other abilities that I'll show you, we're going to be taking down elites pretty much almost instantly. You might have like a straggler or something you get to hit one shot, but it does pretty well. And I'm on Torment 3 right now. I will run on Torment 3 and then I'm going to run on Torment 2 because Torment 2 is what you're aiming for, but if you can run it higher, you'd like to get the increased chance, especially with this community buff right now, so you can get double chance to find the legendaries, and it's insane. I've found like 4 or 5 legendaries per rift, just about here recently. So, but 20% increased damage with Shield Glare. Laws of Valor is gonna increase our attack speed, and with a two-handed weapon on the Crusader, this is crucial. We aren't gonna be attacking very fast, and the crit chance on a two-handed weapon is a lot higher than on a one-handed weapon because it's slower. So and attack speed is very important for this build. Now we're using the critical rune, which gives 100% increased critical hit damage for 5 seconds. So that's when we pair that with all the other abilities, we're getting 100% increased critical hit damage. So that's why this build is so effective. Akarat's Champion with Hasteful, again, increased attack speed, increased wrath regeneration. This ability is great for elite packs and champions. Even though they did nerf Akarat's Champion a little bit with this recent update, this ability is still really good. And for the Spirit Spender, I'm using Heaven's Fury with Fires of Heaven. If you don't know, Heaven's Fury isn't generally a Spirit Spender, but you know, when you take the Fires of Heaven rune, it does turn it into a Spirit Spender, and it hits hard. I mean, this guy isn't nearly fully get out the way I want him to be, but I mean, it hits hard. So I mean, you'll see here in a second. And then Bombardment with Annihilate. Just every bombardment that hits is going to have a 100% critical hit chance. So it's always going to crit, and that's where we're getting these insane numbers. Pair that with our two-handed flail, and we're getting double the damage that we would normally get. So really good. All these things work together. Use this for increased damage. Use this for increased damage. This for increased damage, and then pop bombardment, and it annihilates things. So for our passives, we're using Heavenly Strength, so we can use that two-handed weapon in our main hand slot. Wrathful, just for a little bit more survivability, because we are running this on Torment 3. 825 life every wrath spent. And then Fanaticism, I think that's how you say it. Again, like I said, attack speed is very huge for the two-handed Crusader, because we are going to be attacking so slow, and crit chance is really high, or higher on the two-handed weapon. So you're going to want to be attacking as fast as you can, and this allows us to do that with pretty much all of the Spirit builders. And then Finery, which gives us extra strength to for every gem socket into our gear. You could change this. I have thought about taking Lord Commander just so I could use Bombardment more often, or maybe Holy Cause, because it just increases our damage just flat out. But I'm really liking the way it's going right now. I might try and change things up, but so that's how I'm doing that. And then as for Paragon points, I have to have some movement speed. I don't have a lot on my gear, so 5% increased movement speed there, and then all strength, just for increased attack speed. I mean, increased attack power, and then attack speed. Everything into it, like I said, with that two-handed weapon, it's very critical. Resist all, pretty much a no-brainer there. And then for utility, we're using life on hit, no-brainer there too, unless you're just trying to do some crazy build. But I'll go ahead and get into something here on Torment 3 and show you guys exactly how it works. Let's go here. So we're going to be smiting as far away as we can, and then using Heaven's Fury just to burst things down. I ain't worried about him. Heaven's Fury does a lot of damage. Now in Torment 3, well, with this build, with the gear I have, I can't exactly just stand still and fight things. But I need a lot of people. So I mean, as you can see, Torment 3 really, yeah, I'm taking some damage, but if I could find an elite pack really quick for you, and then I'll jump down to Torment 2 and show you guys just how insane the damage is, especially when you get an elite pack. Jeez, these flying things are annoying. My Templar always dies. He can't stay alive to save his life. I'm just gonna get rid of these guys real quick. They're getting on my nerves. Okay. There we go. So Akarat's Champion really does all the work. I mean, Bombardment allows you to burst things down really quick, but Akarat's Champion just flat out 35% increased damage. So, and then Heaven's Fury just, oh, I hate wallers, my lord. So I mean, this is the highest difficulty I've tried it on so far. Yeah, my Templar is dead again. But I mean, as you can see, I'm not like instant dying or anything, so you don't have to have perfect gear to run it on higher Torment difficulties. There we go. Okay, so that was an elite pack. Now I'm going to jump back and just jump into Torment 2 real quick because I can run through Torment 2 really fast. And the reason you want to do it on at least Torment 2 is because with the recent patch, they doubled, or not doubled, but they increased blood shard drops for rifts and stuff. So for anything higher, or Torment 2 and higher, so you definitely want to try and run on Torment 2. So okay, we're on Torment 2 now, and as you can see, things are dying a lot faster. I mean, I guess you could call this a kiting build, but I really don't like to kite. I mean, I'll run back if I have to, but not so much. Excuse me, let's find an elite pack. There's a lot of guys. See, if you say Heaven's Fury just does work. I feel like Iron Man kind of when I use it. Just shoots a ray around across the field. Wow, they're really not going to give me any elites. No, get out of my way, dude. Not going to use anything until I find an elite, so I can just show you how it pretty much just perma-kills them. There we go, here's an elites. So you want to pop Law, Akarat's Champion, Shield Glare, and then Bombardment. I mean, like I said, you'll have like a couple stragglers because it won't hit everywhere. It's not guaranteed to hit. But I mean, pretty much almost instant death. And that's how you're going to roll. And then Akarat's Champion, you'll have Bombardment more often than Akarat's Champion because it's just on a longer cooldown than Bombardment. But even without Akarat's Champion, it still does a lot of damage. There we go. But I really love the range on this build. I mean, as you can see, it's like I don't have to be right up on them as with Punish or something. I know Punish does a lot of damage, but I feel like, you know, your mobility, you lose a lot of mobility with Punish. And let's just Bombardment to finish him off. Okay, guys. So that was the build. That's how you run it. You know, you just kind of want to stay back, use, you know, Heaven's Fury and Smite, and keep using that Shield Glare. You know, if you have better gear than this, then of course you can run on higher tournament difficulties. But I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it helps you out. If it does, make sure you hit that like button below. It's really going to help me out. Don't forget to comment and subscribe and share my videos if you want. This is Gamer Bro out, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.